today's Bhakti Vaibhav class. So, yesterday we were discussing that Prthu was chasing after Mother Earth, who now assumed the form of cow, because the people were starving for many days or weeks or months, we don't know. So their body is almost emaciated. They don't have any food, they don't have any livelihood or occupation. They came to King Prthu. So as King Prthu came out of his palace with raised bow, Mother Earth took the form of a cow and fled away, thinking that the king is a Dharmajna, he will not kill a cow. And she went everywhere, but everywhere she saw king only. Seeing that, she is turned around and pleading to the king. So since you are the protector of the entire citizens, I am also one of your citizens. You should protect me. How can you kill me? You should also save me. And then people who are in knowledge, they will never harm the wretched, sinless creatures. Then those who know dharma, they will never harm or kill a woman. But you are raising weapon against me, who am a woman and innocent cow. How can that? Even sinful women are not supposed to be beaten up. Then what to speak of sinless and wretched women like me? And especially for a person like you who is so affectionate to every living entity. Bhuta Vastala. So like that, she is giving so many reasons. And then finally she says that I am like a boat giving place for all the living entities to stay nicely. If you break me into pieces, I will submerge into Garbhodaka ocean and all the living entities also will submerge into Garbhodaka ocean. Then how will you take care of them? How will you maintain them? So these are the various logic and reasoning Mother Earth in the form of a cow proposed to King Prthu. So for which Prthu responds. So that is what we are going to see now today. Prtur uvacha Vasude tvam vadishyami Matshasanaparanmukim Bhagam Barhisiya Vrunte Natanoti cha no vasu.
King Prthu replied to the earthly planet, My dear Earth, you have disobeyed my order and rulings. In the form of a demigod, you accepted your share of the yajnas we performed. But in return, you have not produced sufficient food grains. For this reason, I must kill you.
So Prthu responds that, O Earth, holder of the wealth, Vasude. Prithvi is also called as Vasundhara. Vasundhara means she who possesses all wealth. Vasudhara. So holder of the wealth. I will kill you who are disobeying my order. This is your first mistake, that Matsyasana Paranmukam. Paranmukim, since she is a female, Paranmukim. You are not following my order. That means, since you are a subject, you have to follow my conduct. So my rules and regulations, that means you need to provide whatever you are supposed to provide. You need to pay taxes in return. You accepted your share in the sacrifice, but did not bestow wealth to us. In the past, all my ancestors, starting with Swayambhu Manu, then Uttanapada, then Dhruva, Dhruva's son, so many, they all performed wonderful sacrifices all the way up to Anga Maharaj. So you have taken what is given to you, but you are not reciprocating in back. That is your second sinful activity. First thing, you are not following my order. That is, when I came out, you should have stopped there. Since without stopping, you are fleeing away. And second thing is that you have accepted sacrificial share performed by previous kings. But now you stopped giving food. What is this? It is not at all bearable, acceptable. Like that, King Prthu is saying. In the sacrifice, you as a Devata accepted your share. You did not give wealth, etc. But you are not returning you are not paying back in response. This is not called tolerable. So like that, King Prthu is telling Prithvi. So then further continues. Yavasam jagdi anudinam naiva dogdi auda sampaya tasyam evam hi dushtayam dando natrana shashyate.
Although you are eating green grass every day, you are not filling your milk bag, so we can utilize your milk. Since you are willfully committing offense, it cannot be said that you are not punishable due to your assuming the form of cow.
The second reason he gives is that daily as cow you eat grass, but you do not make your udder full of milk. What is this? So the previous continuation to the previous thing. The many kings in the past performed so many yajnas and offered oblations unto you as your share. Accept it very nicely. Just like a cow goes for grazing morning to evening and there is no milk formed in the udder. So that means cow is not doing its duty properly. So punishment of such an offender is not unsuitable. And you are telling that I am a cow, I am an innocent woman, I am sinless, I am that, I am this, I am not supposed to be punished. But what kind of person are you? What kind of what we can say subject are you? You are simply taking only, you are not giving anything in return. So that kind of person should be punished. It's like that. As a cow, you eat grass, but you do not fill the udders to give us milk in return. For this offense, you should be punished. So why Prthu want to punish Mother Earth also is getting into clarity, giving clarity, more details. Dhu means full. You are not making your udder full with milk. So for the an offender, punishment is suitable. Punishment should be given to for a person who is only simply taking but not returning anything back. So like that. Then he continues. Tvam kalau oshadi bijani prak srishtani swayambhuva na munchasi atmaruddhani mam avajnaya mandadi.
You have so lost your
intelligence
intelligence
that
that
despite my orders, you do not deliver the seeds of herbs and grains formerly created by Brahma, and now hither living yourself.
He further elaborates what is the meaning of the milk. Because in the first verse, he said that as a devata, you are accepting the sacrificial share. In the next verse, you simply that accepting sacrificial share is like the eating grass, a cow eating grass, and supposed to give the milk. So what is that milk Prthu is looking for? So that is explained here. Disobeying me, you foolishly do not release the seeds of plants previously created by Lord Brahma, which are contained within you. So
मैं नंतर धुएन.
So Lord Brahma created all the different variety of plants and trees which produce variety of seeds. So which will continue further, generation after generation. So when we plant one seed, that will give rise to one plant. When we plant one seed, that will bring forth one creeper or one planter, etc., tree, and that will give rise to many seeds. But in the recent past, that is the system produced by Lord Brahma. But in the recent past, you have accepted the seeds, but there is no plant coming out and no seeds coming out. So no food available for the people and no seeds available. So what is this? This is contrary to your regular behavior. So this cannot be tolerated. So like that. And more than that, the seeds are not yours. The seeds are produced by Lord Brahma and you are hiding them as if it is yours. This offense cannot be tolerated. So like that, King Prthu is finding out the fault in the Prithvi. Amusham Kshut Kushparitanam Artanam Paridevitam Samayishyami Madbhaner Tava Medasa.
Now, with the help of my arrows, I shall cut you to pieces, and with your flesh satisfy the hunger-stricken citizens, who are now crying for want of grains. Thus I shall satisfy the crying citizens of my kingdom.
Yeah. I will quell the lamentation of the people suffering from hunger. Kshut Paritanam Artanam. The people are experiencing continued suffering because of lack of food for the many weeks or years, whatever you can say. How will I remove their suffering? By your flesh, when I cut you to pieces with my arrows. It is Lord Brahma who created seeds through which the plants will grow, which will give fruits, flowers, and seeds of other seeds, etc. But you have simply accept them hidden yourself. You have not produced any plants and any vegetables, any seeds, any fruits, any flowers. For this sinful activity, I will cut you into pieces and I will feed the people with your flesh.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
प्रभु जी, ये थोड़ा विभत्स नहीं हो जाता है, मतलब
This is not Vivasa. This is under emergency. Under emergency, this can be done. Even Srila Prabhupada writes in the purport that under emergency, a king can sanction meat eating. But under normal circumstances, when there is enough production of the food grains, the meat production should not be sanctioned. That should be stopped. But when there is no food available all around, that time the eating meat is allowed. Even there is a scriptural example also, I think in Ramayana, when Vishwamitra was traveling everywhere, there was akal for 12 years. So that time, there was akal. Even after that akal only, Dasharath Maharaj goes and fights with Shani. He understands Shani had casting his bad glance. That's why there is akal everywhere. He goes to heaven in order to fight with Shani. So he fights with Shani and all the supporters of Shani. As if a great warrior, while fighting with Shani, he appeared as if he is fighting from the 10 directions. East, west, north, south, northeast, northwest, southeast, southwest, up and down, all 10 directions. Shani felt as if Dasharath Maharaj was fighting with him from all the 10 directions simultaneously. That's how he got the name Dasharatha. Before that, his name was something else. So during the Akal, Vishwamitra Muni, who was traveling from forest to forest, there were no fruits and roots to eat. Everywhere it is a drought. In order to sustain himself, it is said that he ate meat. Scriptures say, under such circumstances, it is allowed. Not that when everything else is available, still going for meat is not sanctioned. So that is understanding.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu.
And Prabhupada says that especially the flesh of other animals can be allowed, but especially cow flesh should not be allowed at all. But here situation is that even other animals are also not living. They die of hunger. So actually here, Prthu Maharaj is actually creating fear in earth. If you don't provide food grains, I will cut you into pieces. I feed the people with your flesh. I can go to that extent, but I will not leave you unless until you produce enough food grains. So like that, he is threatening the cow. So in that way. Medasa means by flesh. I will remove their hunger by feeding them your flesh. So in that way. Only if she does not respond. So like that. Prthu Maharaj is actually threatening her. So because she gave so many reasons that you should not punish me, innocent woman, innocent cow, this, that. But she is not telling actual problem. The problem is that she didn't the grains produced by Brahma. She is not producing anything in return. She accepted all the grass till now and abhi band kiya. So he became very angry. So in that way. पुमान योषित उतक्लिबा आत्मसंभावनोदमा भूतेषु निरनुक्रोशो नृपाणां तद्वदो वदा.
Any cruel person, be a man, woman, or important widow, who is only interested in his personal maintenance and has no compassion for other living entities, may be killed by the king. Such killing can never be considered actual killing.
Here says that when a king kills a man or woman or a eunuch who is only self-interested, who is very low in their behavior, adama, and who are merciless to other beings, who are simply causing trouble to other beings, killing them is not a killing at all. Tat vado avada. Especially the king. If a king kills a self-interested person, low-minded person, a merciless and harmful person, even though they are man, woman, or eunuch, that kind of killing is not at all a killing. That is the king's responsibility. So since I am the king, though you are a woman, since you are not doing your duty and you are only self-interested, you are only self-interested because you are only accepting grass, you are not producing milk, and you are low-minded, because you have hidden the grains produced by Brahma. They are not your grains. And you are merciless. In spite of seeing people are suffering out of hunger, still you are not producing grains. That's why killing you is not at all killing. It is a suitable punishment according to religious scriptures. So like that Prthu is saying. You have said that I cannot kill a woman. This is the answer. See, killing a person mad with ego who has no mercy is not at all killing. Since you don't have any mercy, though people are suffering day and day out, you are not producing any food grains. You are looking at them and seeing dying happy. You are looking at them and becoming happy when they are dying or out of starvation. So that kind of self-interest is not at all tolerated. I will kill you and feed them with your flesh. So like that, Prthu is rebuking and harshly speaking at Mother Earth. So in that way. So here in this purport, in relation to the self-interest, Prabhupada says that in the somewhere in the middle of the purport, as far as the field of spiritual activities is concerned, when a devotee is self-interested and does not preach the glories of Krishna, he is not considered a first-class devotee. A devotee who tries to preach, who has compassion upon innocent persons, who have no knowledge of Krishna, is a superior devotee. Who has compassion for the innocent devotees who have no knowledge of Krishna is a superior devotee. In his prayer, Prahlad Maharaj said that he was not personally interested in liberation from this material world. Rather, he did not wish to be liberated from this material condition until all fallen souls were also liberated. Even in the material field, if a person is not interested in others' welfare, he should be considered to be condemned by the personality of Godhead or is incarnations like Prthu Maharaj. So like that. Tvam stagdam durmadam nitva mayagam tailasasare atmayoga balenema dharayishyamyaham praja.
You are very much puffed up with pride and have become almost insane. Presently, you have assumed the form of a cow by your mystic power. Nonetheless, I shall cut you into small pieces like grain, and I will uphold the entire population by my personal mystic power.
Yeah, here it says that. Okay, you said that how can you kill a cow how can you feed them cow meat? So cow is saying that, how can you kill a cow? How can you feed them cow meat? For which King Prthu is replying that, pulverizing this false, proud, infatuated cow by my arrows, I will support the citizens by my mystic power. So you say that you are a cow? You are not at all a real cow. You are only an imitation cow. You are actually a false cow. And more than that, you are proud. You are infatuated with selfish motivated desires. So don't worry, I can kill you. I is not at all fault on my side. And then cow said that, how will you? Because I am acting like a boat for all the people, giving shelter to all the people. How will you sustain them? Then King Prthu says that, don't worry. By my own personal mystic power, I will maintain all the living entities. I don't need you to maintain them. Because till now you are gentle, selfless, and compassionate to all others. But now you have become proud and infatuated and selfish interested. So you cannot be spared anymore. I'll kill you and I'll create new earth. That potency I have. I don't have to depend on you. So like that, he said that with my arrows, I'll make you into small pieces like the size of sesame seeds and offer them into Garbhodaka ocean as offering Shraddha rites to deceased parents. And then I support the entire population by myself, by my own mystic potency. Atma Yoga Balena. So like that. I don't have to worry about you. As Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Gam Avishasha Bhutani Daryami Ahamojasa. It is by my ojas, by my potency, and by my entry into earth, the earth remains stable and gives shelter to all the people so that the people can construct their homes, construct buildings, roads, gardens, water ponds, and everything they can construct and live happily. Only as long as Lord's potency is there in the earth. When that potency is taken away, everything is destroyed. So like that. So here King Prthu also says, I depend on you. I can create myself another support for the people in my country. So like that he says. So in the purport, Prabhupada talks about how the Supreme Lord expanding himself as Shesha, holding the entire Bhumandala, and then he acts as the gravitational principle for everything that exists in the universe. So something like the Prabhupada throws a light on that. Evam manyumayim murtim kritantam iva bibhrutam pranata pranjali praha mahi sanjata vepatu.
At this time, Prthu Maharaj became exactly like Yamaraj and his whole body appeared very angry. In other words, he was anger personified. After hearing him, the planet Earth began to tremble. She surrendered and with folded hands began to speak as follows.
With folded hands, Pranjali, the trembling earth, Mahi Sanjata Vepatu, bowing down, Pranata, offering complete obeisances, spoke to angry Prthu, who was like the death personified. Kritantam Murti, Iva Bibrutam, Krita Anta Murti, who assumed the form of the destroyer, the final destroyer like Lord Shiva, the 11 Rudras. So he is fearful to look at. He is very angry with red eyes and etc. Looking at him, afraid of his angry looks, Prithvi, now mother cow, fell flat and offered obeisances and began to speak, began to offer praises so that Prthu can be pacified. Prthu's anger can be removed. So that's how it happened. So Prabhupada writes that for the evil, the Lord is death personified. For the surrendered, the Lord is mercy personified. Lord is like the father, kind father. So in that way. Therefore, one cannot challenge the authority of the Supreme Lord in any circumstances. It is better to surrender unto him and take his protection at all times. One cannot continue for long opposing the authority of the Supreme Lord. It is better to surrender to Supreme Lord and live under his care and protection. So like that. Now, understanding that I cannot do anything much, Prthu is very angry. He will kill me without fail. Then in order to pacify that angry Prthu, who assumed the form of Mahakala Purusha, like Kala Bhairava, who is the destroyer of the entire universe at the end of the day of Brahma. So she is going to pacify Prthu by offering some glorification of words. So that will be mentioned in the future verses. Any questions till now?
No, Prabhuji, thank you.
Nama parasmai purushaya mayaya vinyasya nanatanave gunatmane namaswarupānubhavena nirduta dravya kriyakaraka vibramormaye.
The planet
Planet
Earth.
Earth spoke.
Continue, Mataji.
Continue, Mataji. The planet Earth spoke, my dear Lord, who Supreme Personality of Godhead, you are transcendental in your expanded yourself in various forms and species of life through the interaction of the three modes of material nature. Unlike some other masters, you always remain in your transcendental position and are not affected by the material creation, which is subject to different material interactions. Consequently, you are not bewildered by material activities.
So here, from 29th to all the way up to 36, Mother Earth speaks philosophy, seeing Prthu as an expansion of the Supreme Lord. So very interesting prayers, kindly pay attention. Mother Earth is saying that I offer respects to the Supreme Person, Nama Parasmai Purushaya. Parasmai Purushaya means Parama Purusha, not the Supreme Lord, who expands as many forms. Vinyastya Nana Tanave. What is that verse from Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, 7th verse? Mamai Vamsho, Jiva Loka, Jiva Bhuta, Sanatana. It is the one Supreme Lord expands into many living entities. Every living entity are like is small amshas. Mama eva amsha. So that's what she is telling here. I offer respect to the Supreme Person who expands as many forms by material energy. Of course, the spirit souls are expansions of Paramatma directly, but they can be pursued only as long as they are living in the material bodies, consisting of gross body, subtle body, which are made up of material energy. They are the physical forms are made by material energy, composed of the three gunas. Maya gunatmane. The spirit soul is a part and parcel of Paramatma. But the form in which the spirit soul is residing, our gross body, subtle body, is made up of three modes of the material nature. And the same three modes of material nature, they just like they are expanding in the form of our individual bodies, they also expand in the form of the universal form, into the form of entire universe. Even the entire universe is an expansion of the Supreme Lord, made up of three modes of material nature. The entire universe consisting of 14 planet systems is made up of 24 elements, within which the Supreme Lord expands as Paramatma, Garbhodakshaya Vishnu, and as Jivatma, Brahma. So Brahma is the Jivatma of our entire universe. That's why our universe is called Brahmanda. Brahmanda means it is a universe in which the living entity is Brahma. So Brahma is the principal living entity living in the entire universe. So the universe is belonging to him in that way. It should be seen. So in that way, even that universal form also created by is an expansion of you with the help of Maya. So like that. So actually she is coming to the very, very basic core philosophy. How and what is all about. So it is Supreme Lord who expanded into many forms. As a spirit source on one side, as the material bodies on the other side. So he expanded the spirit soul starting from the grass all the way up to Brahma. He also expanded in the form of their bodies made up of 24 elements, even the body of the entire universe at the universal form. So like that. Gross universal form, the made up of 14 planetary systems. Then she further says that I offer respects unto you, Namaha, who are understood to be completely free of the waves of samsara. Nirduta Vibrama Urmaye. So all these living entities who are endowed with so many material forms are covered by samsara, are bewildered by samsara. But even though you expand yourself in the form of the material world, in the form of all the living entities, but you are not bewildered by samsara. My dear Lord, all of us, starting from grass all the way up to Brahma, since we have been covered by the material forms created by your Gunamaya, we are bewildered. But you are not bewildered. How we are bewildered? All of us are bewildered by the bodies in which we are living, the senses which we are performing activities, and the sense devatas under whose supervision we are performing various activities. So, but who will understand all this? That the Supreme Lord is one person, he expands into many living entities, expands into many forms, expands into universal form, and he is situated beyond the three modes, influence of the three modes, and all the living entities are influenced by the influence of three modes, by their body and senses, and the devatas who are supervising all the activities. Which kind of person will know all these things? When a person realizes your spiritual energy, Sarupa Anubhavena. Only those people who experience your Sarupa, those people who don't treat you are one among them, those people who understand your real position, only they will understand all these things. Others will never understand all these things. What was that verse? Bhagavad Gita 7th chapter or 9th chapter? Where Krishna speaks that, no, not that, that human form. How does it start? Param Bhava Majananto Mavavuta Maheshwara. Manusham Tam Mashrita. No, not that. Manusham Tam Mashrita. So basically they say that the Supreme Lord impersonal accepted the form of the human. The Supreme Lord accepted the human body. Actually, Lord will never accept the human body. Human body means the three modes. When Lord comes, he comes with his own transcendental form. He will never accept a material form. So in that way. So this is what is indicating. She is indicating. She is telling about the transcendental truth of the Supreme Lord. I offer respects unto you, who have many bodies like mine, and all the way up to Brahma, made of matter, because you are composed of the gunas. Guna Atmane. Because the gunas are produced from you. You are their source. Mahitalam tad jagnanam. The earth is the hip of the universal form. So there is a reference in the second canto. The universal form is mentioned that the 14 planetary systems are compared with the different body limbs of the Supreme Lord. In the sense, the universal form. The hips are compared to the Bhumandala. The Bhuloka is compared to the hips of the universal form. The 7 lower planetary systems are compared to the legs of the universal form. And the abdomen portion is the Bhuvarloka, chest portion is the Svargaloka, and heart is the Maharloka, neck is Maharloka, Janaloka. The 2 lips are the Tapaloka, and the forehead is like Satyaloka. That's how the comparison is given in the second canto, 1st chapter and 5th chapter. In the 2 chapters, the description is given. So that's how she is telling that. So it is you who expand in the form of all the living entities, including me. Not only in my personal form as Bhudevi, in my material form also, in the form of Bhuloka also, that is also manifested from you only. So like that she is telling. So then she says that since it is you who have expanded in the form of Bhuloka, that is your thigh, how can you kill me, your own body? The Bhuloka is like your hips only. How can you kill your own hips? How can you destroy your own hips? That is not proper. No one will destroy their own hips. So with that, she continues that as long as one does not realize your Sarupa Shakti, then he will see only your material energy as our bodies. Till the time a Jiva does not understand Lord's transcendental form Sachidananda Rupa, they will only see the material universe and they will consider this, the universe itself, with the form of the Supreme Lord. There is nothing beyond that. This is the conclusion they come up with. So that's why she is telling that only a person who understands your transcendental position, transcendental form, Nama, Rupa, Gunalila, then only they will have complete knowledge. All others will see the entire universe as you, as the Supreme Lord, the unlimited energy, something like that. By realizing your Sarupa Shakti, however, you are understood to be completely free of the waves of samsara created by the gross bodies, the subtle senses, and the sense devatas, the controlling devatas. So that's how here Mother Earth is describing the transcendental position of the Supreme Lord. There are 1 or 2 references which Prabhupada quotes in the commentary also. Yavanna jayeta paravaresmin Vishveshware drishtari bhakti yoga tavas taviya purushasya rupam kriyavasane prayata smareta. Here in the second canto, Sukadeva Goswami was saying that as long as the meditation on the Paramatma, who is the witness of all living entities' activities, who is superior even to the Lord Brahma, which has bhakti as an element, does not manifest. When a yogi or jnani or devotee trying to meditate upon Paramatma, until and unless that meditation is accompanied by bhakti, Paramatma is not at all revealed. The form of Paramatma is not at all revealed. The form of Paramatma is only revealed when one meditates with bhakti alone. Otherwise, the form of Paramatma does not manifest. Therefore, till then, one should remember the gross universal form after performing necessary rites of Karma Yoga. Till the time one's heart is not purified enough, till the time bhakti is not manifest in the heart of a sadhaka, till then, one should perform all the rites, scriptural rites as part of Karma Yoga, and then see the entire universe as the gross universal form of the Supreme Lord. With that, one should gradually purify their consciousness. Gradually, after purifying their consciousness, they should gradually awaken bhakti. With that bhakti only, one will be able to perceive the form of Paramatma. Without bhakti, even a great yogi or great jnani can never ever perceive the form of Paramatma. That is what Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita also, where Bhaktya mam abhijanati yavan yaschasmi tatvataha tato mam tatvato jnatva vishate tadantaram. It is only by bhakti one will understand about the Supreme Lord in his features known as Brahman, Paramatma and Bhagavan. Then only they will attain the highest perfection. Till then, one will continue to practice only without much use. So like that. Only with the element of bhakti, a jnani or yogi can perceive Paramatma in the core of the heart. So otherwise they will never ever perceive him. So in that way. But the devotees are not interested in the gross universal form or subtle universal form. They are only interested in the form of Lord Sachidananda Rupa. They only worship the form of the Supreme Lord from the very beginning. The karmis, jnanis and yogis might worship here, might go here and there, might worship someone else other than the Supreme Lord. But for the devotees, from the very beginning, they will worship the Supreme Lord. For them, meditating on the form of Paramatma is not at all a difficult thing. But only thing, they need some purification of the heart. So with the purification of the heart, the devotees can actually easily meditate on the form of Paramatma and the Leelas, Nama, Rupa, Gunalila of the Supreme Lord. That is possible. So like that. So basically, only those people who have devotion and will understand about the Supreme Lord's transcendental position. Otherwise, no one will understand. Till then, one will be bewildered, seeing this entire world at the form of the Supreme Lord. So like that. So this is the first prayer which Mother Earth offered unto Supreme Lord, so that Prthu Maharaj can be pacified. Then she continues further. Ena hamatma yatanam vinirmita datra yatoyam gunasarga sangraha saeva mam hantumu udayudaswarat upatitonyam sharanam kamashraye.
The planet Earth continued, My dear Lord, you are complete conductor of the material creation. You have created this cosmic manifestation and the three material qualities, and therefore you have created me, the planet Earth, the resting place of all living entities. Yet you are always fully independent, my Lord. Now that you are present before me and ready to kill me with your weapons, let me know where I should go to take shelter and tell me who can give me protection.
Here she gives further reasoning. The independent Lord who has created me had the shelter of all living entities, had the support of the various bodies in the gunas. There are two things. Mother Earth has two functions to play. One is Mother Earth as the support for all of us, the surface of the earth where we are living. And the same Mother Earth expands in the form of our material body. Though our body is made up of 24 elements, the predominant element, especially for the human beings, is earth. So that's how she is telling that. My dear Lord, it is you who had created me in the form of the Bhuloka, the Bhumandala, or the earth globe. And then it is you who have transformed me in the form of the material bodies of all the living entities. And now it is you who have come in front of me to kill me with raised weapons. What is this? You only created me if you have created me in two forms and you have come to kill me. Why did you kill me first of all? Sir, why did you create me first of all? Other than you, who can be my shelter? Actually, since you have created me, it is your responsibility to protect me. But if you take the shape of the destroyer of me, then who will protect me? Where else I can go for protection? So my dear Lord, please don't kill me for no reason. Like that she is saying. So Prthu says that if that is so, then according to your own words, I have no attachment for you. Thus I can kill you. So when in the previous verse, when Mother Earth said that you are situated beyond three modes. So that means I have no attachment for the things in three modes. You are also part of three modes. I don't have any attachment for you. So I can kill you. Then Mother Earth says that no, my dear Lord, not like that. Though you are situated beyond three modes, but it is you who have created me and it is your responsibility to maintain me. So how can you kill me? One should not kill the creeper which has been planted by one's own hand. Who will kill the plant? Whom one plants and takes care of the nourishment. Thus, you have created me and you should not kill me. At the same time, I will promise you that I will assist you. You are thinking that I am not assisting you, but I will assist you. Don't worry, don't worry. Please, please, don't be so angry and don't kill me for no reason. I will assist you from now on. So like that. I am the shelter of the jivas. In me, there is a protection of the 4 types of living entities. So I, at the surface of the earth, I am shelter for all the living entities. And I, in the form of earth, will also act for the maintenance of all the living entities. What are the different variety of living entities? There are 4 categories of living entities. Some of them are born from the embryo. Some of them are born from the eggs. Some of them are born from the perspiration. And some of them are born from the earth. That means plants. They are called udbija. They come out from the seeds. Udbija. And those who come out of the perspiration, they are called as svedaja. The insects, they are born, some category of insects born through perspiration. And other category of the insects, reptiles, they are all born, and some birds, they are born through eggs, andaja. And all the variety of animals such as mammals and the human beings and the devatas and all, they are born through embryos. This is called Udbija, Svedaja, Andaja, and Jarayuja. Jarayuja. So remaining all are born from the embryos. All these living entities are maintained by me because it is I who are supposed to produce food for them. If you kill them, they will be in trouble. Please. Though you are independent Lord, you can do anything you want. But still, it is my seva to take care of them. Please allow me to continue to perform my seva. Like that she is pleading to Prthu Maharaj. So like that. One after the other, she is kind of adding more and more details. Then she says, Yaetadadau asrujak characharam swamayayatma shrayaya vitarkyaya tayaiva soyam kilagoptu mudyata katam numam dharma paro jigamshati.
The beginning of the creation, you created all these moving and non-moving living entities by your inconceivable energy. To this very same energy, you are now prepared to protect the living entities. Indeed, you are the supreme protector of religious principles. Why are you so anxious to kill me even though I am in the form of a cow?
Then Prthu says that since the world is made by me, it can be destroyed by me. ये मेरा दुनिया में जो भी चाहिए मैं करता हूँ. So like that is telling. And for that, Prithvi says that is true. But now, since you are engaged in the role of maintaining things, you should not kill me. In the beginning, you have created, that is right. At the end, you will destroy. But right now, you have taken the role of maintenance. So you cannot destroy me. So that's how she is trying to stop Prthu. How can he, who is dedicated to Dharma, who has created in the beginning all moving and non-moving beings, by his inconceivable energy, under his control, who is eager to protect by the same inconceivable energy, desires to kill me? Now it is not the time for destruction. You are the protector of Dharma. You are taken the role of maintenance. So you should maintain me. You should not kill me. So that's how Mother Earth is requesting Prthu not to go out of his current role. So like that. So it's the responsibility of Kshirodaksha Vishnu to maintain, and Kshirodaksha Vishnu's representatives are the Devatas and the king. Devatas from heaven, the king from the earth. All these are representatives of the Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. Kshirodakshaya Vishnu maintained the entire universe with the help of the 6 people. Indra as the leader of Swarga, and other devatas who are supporting Indra, and all the great sages like Saptarushis who are preaching and propagating the proper religious duties, what to perform, what not to perform, etc. etc. And then Swayam with the Manu, who is the monarch of the entire Bhumandala, and all the supporting kings who are supporting Swayambhu, the Manu, whoever the Manu for that period, all the other kings who are supporting him, following in his footsteps. And finally, the Manvantara Avatara. All these 6 people are responsible to maintain the world, the 3 planetary systems, Bhuloka, Borloka, Svargaloka, for its continued tenure. So the king is one such a important person who is represented by the Supreme Lord, who is held for the maintenance of the entire universe. So, in that way, she is reminding him that about the maintenance aspect of the king. Nunam bateshasya samihitam janais tanmaya durjaya kritatmabhi na lakshate yasvakarodakarayat yoneka eka paratascha ishvara.
My
My
dear,
dear, Mataji, continue.
my dear Lord, although you are one by your inconceivable potencies, you have expanded yourself in many forms. Through the agency of Brahma, you have created this universe. You are therefore directly the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Those who are not sufficiently experienced cannot understand your transcendental activities because these persons are covered by your illusory energy.
Yeah, here she says that the plan of the Lord who carries out the primary creation of all the universes and engages Brahma and others in the secondary creation of all the living entities in the within the universe, who is one through himself. The Supreme Lord is one through himself. Eka Ishvara, Ekala Ishvara Krishna, Arasava Bhrutya, and is many. You expands into many through Maya, Parata cha Aneka. Like Mamai Vamsho Jiva Loka Jivabhut Sanatana, that is one thing, and Lord expands with his energy, Mahamaya, in the form of all the bodies, all the forms and 14 planetary systems, cannot be understood by people in general. What kind of people? Whose minds are bewildered by his unconquerable Maya. Tad Durjaya Maya Akrita Atmabi. The people whose minds are bewildered by Maya will never ever understand the plan of the Supreme Lord. Even all the way up to Brahma also cannot understand the plan of the Lord, then what to speak of me? Even I also don't know what you are doing, why you are doing. You can do anything because you are Swarat. You are the most independent being. But still, don't think that I am remembering you. I mean, I am reminding you that you are the maintainer. You are supposed to maintain me. You should not do like that. It thinks that I know better than you. Not like that, my dear Lord. You are completely independent. You can do whatever you want, but no one understands why you are doing the way you are doing. We may speak of many things, but we don't have any ability to understand why you are doing and what you are doing. So, like that, she is submitting her own condition. So, for the previous discussion, that you are supposed to be maintaining me now, but you are killing me, that is not at all expected from you. Then King Prthu said that, you mean that I am irreligious? I don't know Dharma? For which she is speaking this verse. No, not at all. But your powers are hard to understand. Akritatmabi means by persons with bewildered minds, they will never ever understand your greatness. The Lord who carried out primary creation has made Brahma carry out the secondary creation. He is one that expands into many by the help of Maya. The one Supreme Lord expands with the help of Maya into innumerable universes, and within each and every universe expands into innumerable living entities with the different variety of material bodies. All these things cannot be understood by a bewildered person. By a person bewildered by Maya. Daivi Esha Gunamayi Mamamaya Durataya Mamieva Prapadyante Mayamyetam Taradite. But only a person who takes shelter of the Supreme Lord or his devotee can understand about the Supreme Lord. Otherwise, no one else can understand the Supreme Lord. In the second canto, there was one verse which was spoken by Lord Brahma himself while speaking to Narada Muni. He says that all of us cannot understand by our endeavor about the Supreme Lord, but whomsoever chosen by the Supreme Lord, they will understand about the Supreme Lord. Esham sa esha Bhagavan daye dananta sarvatmana ashita pado yati nirvelikam te dustaram atitaranchita devamayam naisham matis mamama matidi swa shrugala bhaksha. Lord Brahma says that for those people who always think of aham, mama, mama aham, iti di, whose consciousness is only immersed in me and mine, me and mine, me and mine. That me and mine, which is eventually the food for swa shurgala bhaksha, the food for the dogs and jackals, wolves and jackals, the material body about which a person gives up the entire life, always worried about the maintenance of the body, upkeep of the body, comfort of the body, me and mine, my body, my family member's body, this body, that body. Eventually, that body is nothing but is only fit for the food for wolves and jackals. That kind of person will never ever understand the Supreme Lord. Esham sa esha Bhagavan daye dananta. Only by receiving the causeless mercy of Lord Ananta. But who will receive the mercy of the Lord Ananta? Sarvatmana ashitapado yadi nirvelikam. Those who take shelter of the pure devotee, who has taken shelter of the Supreme Lord with complete heart, manasa vacha karmana. Only those people te dustaram atitaranticha deva mayam. They will be able to go beyond the influence of three modes of material nature, deva maya. Then they will be able to understand the Supreme Lord. Others will remain in the material world thinking of me and mine, who at the end will become the food for wolves and jackals. So like that, Lord Brahma says. Here Mother Earth is also saying the same thing. Those people whose minds are bewildered by Maya will never ever understand what you do, why you do. So like that. My dear Lord, don't think that I am teaching you what you are supposed to do, not like that. I am just pleading for my protection. So you are completely independent, Lord. You can do whatever you want. I am only pleading for my protection. Though I have done mistake, that is okay. But now onwards, I would like to assist you. Please give me a second chance. Like that, she is praying to Prthu. So. Hare Krishna, devotees are able to follow? Any question?
No question, Prabhuji. We are able to follow.
Okay. Sargadiyosya runaddi sakriti द्रव्य क्रियाकारक चेतनात्मभि तस्मै समुन्नद्द निरुद्ध शक्तये नमः परस्मै पुरुषाय वेदसे.
My dear Lord, by your own potencies, you are the original cause of the material elements as well as the performing instruments, the senses, the workers of the senses, the controlling demigods, the intelligence and the ego, as well as everything else. By your energy, you manifest this entire cosmic creation, maintain it, and dissolve it. Through your energy alone, everything is sometimes manifest and sometimes not manifest. You are therefore the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the cause of all causes. I offer my respectful obeisances unto you.
Yeah, she further continues saying that, therefore, since you are completely independent and no one can ever know what you are doing, why you are doing, therefore, I offer my humble respects unto the Supreme Lord. who is the creator, and unto you who carry out the various activities for the benefit of your devotees. Mother Earth is saying that, therefore, I offer my respectable obeisance unto the Supreme Lord, unto you who carry out the various activities for the benefit of your devotees. The creation, what kind of activities Lord performs? The creation, maintenance, and annihilation of the entire universe. How? By your energies. What kind of energies Lord possesses? Maya Devi. So how does Maya Devi assist us in maintenance, creation, maintenance, and annihilation? By expanding herself into Ahankara, Atma, intelligence and Chetana, and the gross body made up of earth, water, fire, and ether, and also 5 Jnanendriyas and 5 Karmendriyas, and the various sense devatas who will supervise the activities of various senses, Dravya, Kriya, Karaka, etc. Thus, I offer respects unto you who possesses great but mutually contrary energies. Niruddha Shaktaye. Mutually, I offer respects unto you who possesses the great energies which are mutually contrary energies. All energies of Supreme Lord is contrary. You remember, na? Ishopanishad. You are inside, you are outside, you are here, you are there. You do everything, but you don't do everything. It is Lord who creates everything, but he remains in Yoga Nidra as if he has nothing to do with the world. That is the contrary behavior. Who will remain indifferent to something which he created? But Lord does. After creating, after putting the universe into proper order, he goes to sleep. So these are contrary potencies of the Supreme Lord. So in that way. That's why since Lord has contrary potencies, no one can understand him. If everything is plain, crystal clear, everyone will understand easily. So in that way. There is one verse comes in Mahabharata, the definition of Achintya. Achintya kaluye bhava natam tarkena yojayat. By tarka, one can never understand Lord's plan, Lord's plan of action. That's why it is called Achintya. It is beyond our comprehension. So, but how can you say that Lord's activities are beyond our comprehension? Lord's activities are Achintya. So, Achintya kaluye bhava natam starkena yojayat prakrutibhya param yascha tad achintyasya lakshanam. The first quality of something which can be called as Achintya is it is supposed to be beyond the influence of Prakriti. Prakrutibhya param yascha. It is supposed to be beyond Prakriti. The only that thing can be called as Achintya. Only that thing cannot be understood by us. Everything that is within the influence of 3 modes can be understood by us. But only those things beyond influence of 3 modes, with the help of our logic and reasoning, we can never ever understand. Such kind of things should be called as Achintya. So like that. Therefore, I offer respects to the possessor of inconceivable energy. He carries out creation with his creation, maintenance, and annihilation with his bodies, with his energies, composed of gross bodies, subtle senses, and the sense devatas. Also, intelligence, ego, and for the needs of his devotees. So it's like that. How Lord does the creation, maintenance, and annihilation apparently seems to be clear, but still it is not clear. He does it with the help of the 24 elements, which are the manifestation of Lord's material energy. So with the help of them only, he creates, maintains, and annihilates all the universes for the benefit of, for the need of his devotees. Thus, he has great and contrary energies. So in that way, he has perceiving and destroying energies, both of which are very strong. You are the master who can maintain and destroy. According to your desire, please do so. I can only offer my respects unto you. I only submitted my request for my protection, but still at the end you are the independent Lord. It is you who had created, it is you who maintains, it is you who can destroy. If you want to kill me, you can kill me. So now I submit you completely. Till now I was asking for protection, but now I'm sorry. You do whatever you want. No one can stop and no one can understand what you do, why you do. So you do whatever is beneficial for all of us. So like that, she is completely surrendering unto King Prthu. Savai Bhavan Atma Vinirmitam Jagat Bhutendriyanta Karanatmakam Vibho Stamstapayishyan Ajamam Rasatalat Abhyujaharam Basa Adishukara.
My dear Lord, you are always unborn. Once in the form of the original boar, you rescued me from the waters in the bottom of the universe. Through your own energy, you created all the physical elements, the senses, and the heart for the maintenance of the world.
So, having said that, my dear Lord, you are completely independent. You only create, maintain, and annihilate according to your own plan. I don't know what is good for me. You do whatever you want. But still, I want to remind you that previously you appearing as Lord Varaha had protected me when I was in trouble. So still, it is up to you. If you want to kill me, you can kill me. If you want to protect me, you can protect me. If you want to kill me, you can kill me. I don't have any issue. So with that intention, now she speaks this verse. O Lord, you in the form of a boar or as Lord Varaha lifted me from the water which was situated below Rasatala. This universe means this entire Bhumandala, which is me, Mam, consisting of elements, senses, and mind. That basically the entire Bhumandala also made up of 24 elements. Principally earth, but also consists of other elements, and which was created by you. So, my dear Lord, previously it is you who created me with the help of 24 elements. And when I fell into Garbhodaka ocean, appearing as Varaha, you lifted me and protected me. And now if you want to kill me, you can kill me. No problem. Because my life is given by you only. So you have full right to do whatever you want. So she is trying to invoke the mercy of Lord Prthu by reminding him of how he protected her in the beginning when she submerged into Garbhodaka ocean. So the next verse also continuation of the previous verse. Apamupaste maina vyavastita praja bhavanadhyarikshisho skila saviramurti samabudharadaro yo mam prayasyugrasharo jigamshasi.
My dear Lord, in this way you once protected me by rescuing me from the water, and consequently your name has been famous as Dhara Dhara, he who holds the planet Earth. Yet the present moment, in the form of a great hero, you are about to kill me with sharpened arrows. I am, however, just like a boat on the water, keeping everything afloat.
She further continues saying that desiring to protect the progeny situated in me, a boat on the water, you lifted me up from the deep, from the lower position of the Garbhodaka ocean. You have now become Prthu. Previously, my dear Lord, who assumed the form of Varaha, now assumed the form of Prthu, a figure of courage. Veera Murti, the form of complete chivalry, and desiring to kill me for the sake of milk with sharp arrows. Previously, you, who assuming the form of Varaha, protected me, now assuming the form of Prthu, wanting to kill me. It's up to you, whatever you want. Jo karna karo. You are Swarat. You are completely independent. The Lord, holder of the earth, the Varaha Avatara, desired to protect the citizens situated in me, the form of a boat on top of the water, Garbhodaka water. You who were my husband. Then, after protecting me, you also married me. You accepted me as your wife. But now, assuming the form of Prthu, you are trying to kill me, saying that I am not producing milk. So it's up to you, whatever you want, you can do. The reason is this: the progeny were my children. Because when Lord says that, Aham Bija Pradapita, I am the seed being father of all the living entities. So if you are father, I am the mother, because I am the mother of all the living entities. All the living entities are my progeny, and they are all situated in my lap. They are produced from me, they are nourished by me, and they are situated in my lap only. Especially the people living on the Bhuloka. And I constantly nourish them with milk in the form of food grains, grasses, food grains, and whatever that we eat. But the reason you always again you are saying that I am not producing the food grains, I hid all the food grains which are given by Brahma. The reason is that seeing their evil ways at this time, I, as a mother, teaching them good character, have become angry and do not supply milk. Since I am the mother of all the living entities, it is my responsibility to teach them good lesson. In order to teach them a good lesson, what to do, what not to do, I hid all the grains within me. I did not produce any grains, or I did not produce any milk. Only to teach the lesson to all my subjects, all my children who are deviating from the right path. So like that Mother Earth is saying. But you, the master of the house, now punish me. I, as the mother, trying to teach good lesson to my children, and you, the father, trying to punish me for that. What kind of a husband are you? So like that, see, what kind of a master are you who is punishing me, who is trying to correct my children? So like that she is telling. So basically she's telling that I have not done anything say with selfish motive. I have done with a good intention, just to correct the irreligious children. So like that she is saying. And finally, she says that Nunam Janari Hitam Ishwaranam Asmad Vidaitad Gunasargamayaya Nagnayate Mohita Chitta Vartmabis Tebhyo Namo Virayashas Karebhya.
My dear Lord, I am also the creation of one of your energies, composed of the three modes of material nature. Consequently, I am bewildered by your activities. Even the activities of your devotees cannot be understood, and what to speak of your pastimes. Thus, everything appears to us to be contradictory and wonderful.
He says that previously, as Varaha, you protected me, accepted me as your wife, became the father and made me mother of all the living entities and gave me responsibility of taking care of them, providing whatever they need. And now you want to kill me because I am trying to teach a good lesson to our children. But still, this may be according to my material reason, logic and reasoning. But still, your desire of punishing me is not known to persons like the wise or the sons of the Devatas. He says that even the great Devatas, the people living in the heavenly abodes, the wives, the ladies, the children also cannot understand the desire which is there in your heart, because their minds are bewildered by ignorance arising from various bodies we assume in this world. Whatever thought process we have is all based on the body in which we are living. Our thought processes are influenced by our body, our current body in which we are living. Even though one may be a Devata, still their thought process will be influenced by the body in which they are living. Thus, No one will ever understand what you are doing, why you are doing. Your actual intention, no one can clearly understand. But we have surrendered unto you. Though we may not understand about you, why you, what you do, why you do, but we know one thing is that we surrender unto you. We need to surrender unto you. Thus, we have surrendered unto you. Thus, I offer respects to he who brings fame to the persons celebrated for charity. As a surrendered souls, we are dedicated to perform selfless service. We are offering our own self in the charity to the well-being of the creatures of this world. Though we may not understand you, but we understand one thing, that we have to surrender unto you. Thus we have surrendered unto you. And you, my dear Lord, known as the giver of fame to such kind of surrendered selfless souls. And it's up to you whatever you want to do. If you want to give me fame by killing me, you do. That is your wish, whatever you want to do. So like that, Mother Earth is kind of concluding her prayers. Though the wives of the Devatas are their sons and the servants may believe that you will kill me. Because since you are chasing after me wherever I went to Borloka, Sargaloka, this way, everywhere. And everyone is convinced that you will kill me certainly, for sure. But I don't believe that you will kill me. But my gut feeling is that you will not kill me. Why? The reason is your desire is not understood by persons like the wives and sons or servants of the Devatas who wander around by the Lord's ignorance in the bodies of the Devatas, men and animals, but have taken shelter of your lotus feet. Though they are wandering in different species all over the universe, but they cannot understand you completely. They cannot understand your inner desire completely. By looking at our activity that I am fleeing away and you are following after me with raised weapon, they all might think that you will kill me for sure, but actually you will not kill me. Therefore, I offer respects unto He, the Supreme Lord, who brings fame to the persons renowned for charity. Because at least as far as my little understanding, I may not understand you completely, but I understand one thing. When people selflessly give themselves in charity in the service of others, you will never ever kill them. Instead, you will increase their fame. The Lord is called as Mana Vardhana, Veera Yashas Karebhya. Lord is called as the Mana Vardhana, increase of the fame of his surrendered souls. Though according to you, I have hidden the food grains, I am causing trouble to the people. But according to me, as a mother, as a responsible mother, I did this just to teach them good lesson. Out of compassion for them, out of their well-being only I am doing it. I am not doing it out of my selfishness. Therefore, I have confidence that you will not kill me. You will never kill or cause harm to the surrendered souls. That is your greatness. You only increase their fame. If you are not merciful to me, then the fame of the charitable persons will be gone. So like that, Mother Earth, with her firm conviction, she said that, my dear Lord, you will not kill me. Though the Devatas might think that you will kill me, but I know that you will not kill me. So like that, Mother Earth is trying to appease King Prthu, offering praises, offering the true glories of the Supreme Lord. So like that. Any questions?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, here, like in all the prayers till now, whatever we have studied, we generally see that at the end, the person who is praying asks for some benediction from the Lord. But here in these prayers, we are seeing that it is just a glorification of the Lord. But Mother Earth has not, means she's not telling or she's not begging that don't kill me also or anything like that. So, any reason for that? Hmm,
No, she is not offering prayers, anticipating some blessings. She is offering prayers to pacify King Prthu because he was very angry. He took the form of destroyer. She want to make him cool and calm. That's why she is offering all these prayers.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. And
These
another thing, yeah.
Go ahead.
Another thing was, Prabhuji, I wanted to ask that whether the Shaktavesh avataras are Vishnu Tattvas.
Shakti Avesh avatars are not completely Vishnu Tattvas. They are actually Jiva Tattva, but their activities are influenced by Vishnu Tattva. All their activities are performed under the supervision of Vishnu Tattva, under the potency of the Supreme Lord. So because their activities are like the activities of Supreme Lord, they are considered to be completely Vishnu Tattva in that sense.
Okay, because many times means it is said na, that Srila Prabhupada also we say he is the Shaktavesh avatar sometimes. So that is why I was a bit confused that whether we call all Shaktavesh avatars.
The person may be Jiva Tattva. Individually, one may be Jiva Tattva. But all their activities are directly under the supervision of Vishnu, the Supreme Lord. So ultimately the activities matter. Individually maybe a person, but his relationship with us is all based on his activities. So activities are all directly the activities of Vishnu. In that way we should see him as Vishnu himself. So like that.
Like maybe how we say that Sevya Bhagwan and Sevak Bhagwan. So in that way, Shaktavesh avatar can be called as Sevak Bhagwan. In that sense, they can be termed as Vishnu Tattvas.
Yeah, like that also. But technically the understanding is like this. Because their activities are all actively performed by Vishnu himself. The Vishnu himself entering into them and performing all activities. In that way, one is seeing them as Vishnu only. So like that.
Okay, thank you.
It is like when a person is haunted by a ghost and activities performed by that person who is haunted by a ghost cannot be attributed to him. The activity should be attributed to the ghost only. So like that.
Okay, so all the activities of the Shaktavesh avatars are means it is the power of the Lord only. Okay, thank you.
Any other devotees? Is it clear? All the prayers are clear?
Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Correct. So she prayed thus and she remained quiet. But she looked at Prthu, hoping that okay, Prthu becomes compassionate and she will say, okay, my dear earth base, don't worry, I will not harm you. But still Prthu is angry. Then Mother Earth will continue few more words, continue to speak few more words. That is mentioned in the next chapter. So in the 18th chapter, after milking the earth in the form of a cow, everyone receives their desired milk using different cows and parts. So now, here we'll see through the verses. Maitreya uvacha ittam prutum abhistuya rusha praspuritadaram punar avahanerbhita samstapyatmanatmana.
The great saint Maitreya continued to address Vidur. My dear Vidur, at that time, after the planet Earth finished her prayers, King Prthu was still not pacified, and his lips trembled in great anger. Although the planet Earth was frightened, she made up her mind and began to speak as follows in order to convince the king.
He says here, Maitreya is saying that after praising Prthu, thus with the praises in the previous chapter, whose lips were still trembling in anger, the frightened earth again spoke after fixing her mind by her intelligence. So now the issue is that she offered praises unto Prthu, telling that you are non-different from the Supreme Lord, who creates, maintains, and annihilates all the universes by using the Maya, which expands in the form of 24 elements. You maintain everyone. You also expanded in the form of earth, in the form of the bodies of all the living entities, and you maintain everyone. You as Varaha previously you protected me who drowned in the Garbhadaka ocean. Now, if you want to kill me, it's up to you. You want to do whatever you want. But still, I want to remind you that I only hidden the grains for teaching a good lesson to my children or our children. But still, she's not doing that. She's not saying that I'll produce the grains. Till now, she did not say that. She said that I will assist you. But she did not start. So for which Prthu was still angry. Because Prthu's concern is their people are starving. They are about to die today. They need food first. They don't need all these philosophical words. They need food. Do that first. उसके बाद आप जो glorify करना करो. जब तक वो नहीं करेंगे तब तक I will be angry. So like that. So Prthu is still angry. So understanding that okay, Prthu is not pacified with my philosophical dialogues. So now Earth will continue to speak. Now she will tell that, my dear king, since you are king, it is your responsibility to do the needful. You follow this procedure by which the people can be fed sufficiently. So that solution now she will say. Then Prthu becomes calm and composed, and then he will extract food from the earth, and everyone will be nourished. Then Prthu will do many other things in relation to earth. So that's how the flow is there. Sanniyacha bibo manyum niboda श्रावितं च मे सर्वता सारमादत्ते यथा मधुकरो बुधा.
My dear Lord, please pacify your anger completely and hear patiently whatever I submit before you. Please turn your kind attention to this. I may be very poor, but a learned man takes the essence of knowledge from all places, just as a bumblebee collects honey from each and every flower.
Yeah, here she says that, oh Lord, please control your anger and understand what I'm going to say. She is requestfully saying that an intelligent person takes the essence from all things, just as the bee takes honey from the flower. A intelligent person will only grasp the essence from all hundreds of things. Just like a bee traveling from place to place only looks for honey. So she said that, oh master, though I am wretched, very low, selfish, whatever you may say, still you should hear my words. According to you, I may be selfish, self-centered and low and wretched and sinful, this, that, so no problem. But still, as an intelligent person, they will extract good from the bad also. Therefore, listen to me and do the needful. If something valuable exists in my words, take that alone and not the other things. Though I have said many things, if you think there is nothing meaningful in that, now I am going to say a few more things. There should be something good. Take that and do the needful. So like that. So there was one example we saw such kind of person in the first canto. Nanudveshti Kalim Rajan Samrat Kalim Samrat Saranga Iva Sarabuk Kushalani Ashudanti Netarani Kritaniyat. What was this verse saying? First canto it was said in the 18th chapter. This was the answer to why did King Parikshit did not kill Kali. What was said in this verse? What is the essence?
Essence is when you think about things, you don't get the sin for that, but it's actually there, you get the sin.
Can you repeat?
And when somebody actually does that sinful thing, he gets a reaction for that. But if one thinks about it, he does not get the sin for that.
Okay. So
Same thing in that. Actually, when somebody does actually a sinful thing, otherwise in the previous figure, when you actually thought about the sinful thing, you would be get the reaction to that.
this is only half answer. Anyone know other half answer? This is the negative side of the answer. There is a positive side of answer. Wait. You don't say. Anybody online? What is the meaning of this verse? Nanu dveshti kalim samrat saranga evasara book. Just like a honeybee only looks for the honey from everywhere, like that, Parikshit Maharaj, seeing the essence in Kali, did not kill Kali. Seeing one good thing in Kali did not kill Kali. What is that one good thing? Kushalani ashu siddhanti. If at all a person thinks of the welfare of other people, immediately he gets the benefit and they get the benefit. Just by thinking only, not even doing, especially in the Kali Yuga. That means in Kali Yuga, thinking about others' welfare also very rare. Netarani kritaniyat. And on the other side, if at all somebody thinks very bad about others, in Kali Yuga they will not get sin unless until they do bad to others. This is the specialty of Kali Yuga. That's why King Parikshit did not kill Kali, only punished him. Just by thinking good of others, they will get the benefit of doing good of others. But unless until one does bad to others, one will not get the reaction to that. So like that, this is how the people like Bumblebee thinks. So like that only, Mother Earth is requesting King Prthu. So I mean, I may speak so many things, but you please extract the essence like a bumblebee, like a honeybee. So what is that? What is that good thing Prthu should think of is mentioned in the next verse. Asmin loke tavam musmin munibi tattvadarshibhi drishta yoga prayuktascha pumsham shreya prasiddaye.
To benefit all human society, not only in this life, but in the next. The great seers and sages have prescribed various methods conducive to the prosperity of the people in general.
Here she is quoting Guru Sadhu Shastra. She says that the sages who have seen the truth, Munibi, Tattva Darshibi, have acknowledged, have mentioned, have said the methods for attaining human benefit. Yoga Pumsham Shreya Prasiddaye. The great sages who have understood the essence of all the Vedic literatures have indicated what kind of method should be followed for the ultimate benefit of all the living entities, for the immediate benefit and for the ultimate benefit in this life and in the next life. Immediate benefit is asmin loke, in this, as long as we are living in this material body in the current life, and atava amusmin, in the next life, whether to go into heaven or whether going to spiritual world. In that regard, how to be prosperous in this life, how to come back to Godhead. In these two, in relation to these two activities, the great sages have already indicated the bona fide methods, what to do and how to do and how to attain that. Just like the great sages, seeing the vast Vedic literatures, have extracted the essence of the Vedic literature about how to be happy in this life and how to come back to Godhead at the end of this life. Similarly, may you also extract the essence from my words for the immediate benefit of the people and for the ultimate benefit of the people. That is how she is indicating. Are you following? Loud.
Yes, yes, bro.
Prabhuji, can you explain it little further? Means how the sages think about people welfare in this life as well as after leaving this body also what will be beneficial. Accordingly, they guide them through the Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, that principle.
No, not like that. Not like that. The great sages of the past have read and studied vast Vedic literatures. Just like a bumblebee, they extracted the essence of the Vedic literatures and presented it to all of us. the Guru Sadhu Shastra, the Guru and Sadhu taking shelter of Shastra, have extracted the essence of all the Shastras and they have presented it to us. For what purpose? For our well-being in this life and for our going back home back to Godhead at the end of this life. Similarly, just like the sages are doing this by referring to Shastras, my dear king, may you also do by referring to my words that I am going to say. I'll speak.
What I have said.
That also and this also, whatever I have said and whatever I'm going to say, from that you extract the essence just like the honeybee extract the essence from the flowers. And what that essence will do, it will give benefit to the people immediately. It will help them to going back home back to Godhead. So like that.
Okay, so she is giving the preface to what she is now about to say. That
Yes.
okay.
So now, from her point of view, what is the immediate need of the people? They need food. If the earth is earth, they need food in the form of food grains. If the earth is mother cow, they want milk from the cow. So they want milk basically. So milk is obtained by milking the full udder of the cow. So she is telling that. So my dear king, kindly understand the situation now. A person can only get the milk from a cow if the udder is full, not from a strained or torn udder. If there is no milk in the udder, how can a cow give milk? Only a cow, with full udder, can give the milk. Therefore, take all the food situated in me by the proper method. To express this, she shows the proof of the method. So, in the later verses, the subject matter becomes more clear, but here she is telling that if at all you want some milk from me, kindly understand the scriptures say that the cow can give milk only if its udder is full. If its udder is empty, it cannot give milk. So you should wait till the udder becomes full. Or you should perform something by which the udder becomes full, so that the milk will be coming from the cow. So like that. Methods have been acknowledged by the sages for this life, such as agriculture, and for the next life, such as sacrifices. The great sages like Vasishtha, Pulaha, Prthu, Angira, Bhrigu, etc., who read thoroughly all the Vedic literatures and who have suggested to the people of this world the sustenance in this life will be possible by the agriculture, because everyone need food. Annat bhavanti bhutani. That anna will come only by the agriculture. Without agriculture, no food will come to the human beings. So agriculture should be the prime occupation for the people in general, without which they cannot sustain themselves. And by the way, after the agriculture is performed, when the food grains come, from the food grains, when the ghee and oils and all these things will come, with the help of them, they should perform yajna. That yajna will take them either to Swarga or to Apavarga. Not that they do agriculture, they get food grain, they simply eat and sleep. They should do both the activities. For their immediate survival, they should do agriculture. For their future survival, they should do yajna. Yajnartat karmano anyatra lokoyam karma bandhana. Tadartam karma kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. All the activities should be performed as an offering unto yajna. Then only one will be freed from the karma bandhan and one will go back home back to Godhead. Otherwise, one is bound in this material world. And the sages have been mentioned about these two processes and the people put them into practice. They have followed and they have attained perfection in the past. So like that. Here yajna means yajna includes bhakti also, everything. Ultimate culminates in bhakti. So there is elaborate purport to this verse. Prabhupada talks about the importance of Vedic culture, importance of taking shelter of a guru, importance of taking shelter of a sadhu, importance of taking initiation from a guru, importance of following Guru Sadhu Shastra. Shruti Smruti Puranadi Pancharatrika Vidim Vinna Aikantiki Harer Bhaktir Utpateva Kalpate, as Bhakti Sandhu says, Prabhupada quotes that verse. If one does not follow the instructions of the Vedic literature, even if one follows Bhakti also, what to speak of general maintenance, one only creates Utpata in their life. There will be no more benefit. So, in that way. Therefore, one need to take shelter of a sadhu who had taken shelter of a shastra. Not a just like that sadhu. The sadhu should have taken shelter of shastra properly. That kind of sadhu only can prescribe what to do and how to do. Others cannot. So that is what Prabhupada elaborates in the purport. Then Mother Earth continues. Tan atishtati yas samyak upayan purvadarshitan avara shraddayopeta upeyan vindatenjasa.
One who follows the principles and instructions enjoined by the great sages of the past can utilize these instructions for practical purposes. Such a person can very easily enjoy life and pleasures.
Yeah, she says here that even the inexperienced person having faith, Shraddhaya Upeta, faith is the important aspect, faith in the Guru Sadhu Shastra, faith in the words of the Guru who had complete faith in the Shastra, which are emanation from the Supreme Lord. There is a proper hierarchy. Therefore, even an experienced innocent person having faith on the words of a Guru who is speaking from Shastra, who completely applies these methods and with that faith follows all these methods properly, like performs agriculture and performs yajna and practices bhakti. As mentioned in the previous verse, easily attains the desired results in this life, in the next life. So, like that. Avara means inexperienced. Upayan means the results of the practices. Upaya means the means. Upaya means the result of the means. So in that way, the first ingredient is that there should be faith in the words spoken by a bona fide guru who had taken complete shelter of the Shastra, which are the words emanating from the Supreme Lord. If they put into practice whatever is being told by such a guru, they will attain prosperity in this life and they will come back to Godhead in the next life, after this life. Thus, Prabhupada said that therefore, one should always take shelter of a bona fide spiritual master who has taken shelter of Shastra with wholeheartedness. And he is like a bumblebee, can extract the essence of the Shastra and can present to all of us. Like the 6 Goswamis, who extracted the essence of all the Shastras. Nana Shastra Vichara Naika Nipunau, Sadharma Samstapakau. So like that. Otherwise, what happens? Tan anadritya yo vidwan, yo avidwan, artan arabate swayam, tasya vebicharantyartha, aradhascha punaha. Please read.
A foolish person who manufactures his own ways and means through mental speculation and does not recognize the authority of the sages who lay down unimpeachable directions is simply unsuccessful again and again in his attempts.
Yeah, here the negative reaction. What happens negatively? She's telling the goals of a fool who, ignoring the authorized methods presented by a bona fide guru who had taken shelter of bona fide Shastra, or acts independently and attempts repeatedly are not fulfilled. The wishes, the desires of the unfaithful people even though they perform unlimited activities, they are never fulfilled. It's like that. Even a person is innocent, but having little faith on the Guru, and the words of the Guru, they can attain perfection and go back to Godhead. But the people who don't have any faith in the authorized methods presented by authorized spiritual masters, even though they may undertake hundreds of activities, they will never ever attain perfection. As Lord Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita chapter 16, Yes Shastra Vidhi Mustrijya Vartate Kamakaraka Nasi Siddhim Avapnoti Na Sukam Na Paramgatim. So Shastra Vidhi Mustrijya, giving up the instructions of the Shastras, Vartate Kamakarata, performs activities as per their material desires, Nasi Siddhim, they will neither attain the results of their activities and they will not get the expected happiness, nor they will go back to God at the end of this life. On the other hand, but those who follow the instructions of Shastra, instructions of a bona fide spiritual master, they will get the results of their activities, they will get happiness, and they will go to spiritual world. Therefore, Tasmat, Shastram Pramanamte Karya Karya Vyavasito, Jnatva Shastra Vidanoktam Karma Kartum Iha Arahasi. Iha. In this world, my dear Arjuna, one should accept Shastra to be one's ultimate pramana, because Shastra talks about what is to be done, what is not to be done, Karya and Akarya. Knowing the rules and regulations are mentioned in the Shastra, Jnatva Shastra Vidanoktam, Karma Kartum, one should perform karma. Where? Iha, as long as one is in this material world. What is the benefit of that? One becomes qualified to go back to Godhead. One develops that arahata to go back to Godhead. Otherwise, one will remain here, getting only repeated failures. Hare Krishna. So this is how Mother Earth is trying to speak to Prthu, trying to inspire him. So my dear Lord, you like a bumblebee, extract the essence and do the needful, like the great sages did. So then now she comes to actual thing. How Prthu should extract the food grains from earth. How he should make the order of the cow full so that he can get the milk. That procedure Mother Prithvi indicates now. Till now it was clear. The concept is clear. That is a concept which is being followed in the past and which should be followed in the present, which should be followed in the future also, by which people can attain their perfection. So in that way. So now she is telling the procedure, how King Prthu can extract the food grains from the earth. Pura srishtahi oshadayo brahmanaya vishampate bhujyamana maya drishta asadbir adrutavratai.
My dear king, the seeds, roots, herbs, and grains which were created by Lord Brahma in the past are now being used by non-devotees who are devoid of all spiritual understanding.
Yeah, this is the very important verse. So we will discuss. Yeah, this is the this and next verses. Next one verse I think important verses. Prithvi is saying that I see that all the plants created previously by Lord Brahma, I do accept that, my dear king. Whatever you said is right. Are being enjoyed by the sinners who have no sense control. So, my dear Lord, I accept that all the food grains are created by Brahma for the sustenance of all the living entities, plus for the performance of yajna. But some selfish-minded people have exploited others and used all the food grains only for their own enjoyment. For their own enjoyment, they have used all the food grains produced of me. Then, so what? Because they exploited everything, they are only enjoying for themselves. Other people are starving. So not only that, other people following them, they also become self-centered, as it happened in the previous chapter. So in one sense, everyone becomes self-centered. But Lord Brahma did not create the food grains with that intention. The creation is meant for the survival and meant for the performance of yajna. And these two things are not happening. Apalitanadirta cha apalanadirta cha bhavat birloka palakai shori bhuteta lokoham yajnarte agrasam oshadi.
My dear king, not only are grains and herbs being used by non devotees, but as far as I am concerned, I am not being properly maintained. Indeed, I am being neglected by kings who are not punishing these rascals who have turned into thieves by using grains for sense gratification. Consequently, I have hidden all these seeds which were meant for the performance of sacrifice.
Yeah. Now she elaborates it because the Shastra says that, I mean, I will read Shastra, the sages proclaimed that the maintenance is by agriculture, perfection is by yajna. And whatever is coming from earth is only for these two purposes, for the maintenance of all living entities and performance of yajna. But unfortunately, people have diverted from the right path. What they are doing now? Not protected and respected by kings like you, the kings of the past like you. In this place filled with thieves, I have devoured all of the plants so that the sacrifice can be performed in the future. So the understanding is that, my dear Prthu, right now you are the king. You are asking me to give the food grains. But the previous king, Vena, with Vena in mind, she also scolds his son Prthu. He says that Prithvi, Mother Earth, he is scolding Prthu also because you are a king. You came as a responsible king. So asking me for producing the food grains. But do you remember what the previous king did? Lord Brahma created all the food grains and gave me the responsibility of producing all the food grains in the form of plants, which give so many fruits, flowers, and food grains for the purpose of the maintenance and for the purpose of performing yajna. Bhagavad Gita chapter 3 verse number 9 or 10. One verse says that Sahayajna praja sushta purovacha prajapati yanena prasavidyasvam ishtavosti kamaduk. Lord Krishna says that in the beginning of the creation, Lord Brahma, after creating all the living entities and all the variety of food grains, and instructed the human beings especially, cultivate the land, produce food grains and perform yajna, by which the devatas are nourished. And in return, devatas will produce the enough amount of rain, water, air, sunlight, moonlight, etc., by which people on the earth can remain prosperous and happy, and then they can get more food grains, they can perform more yajna, the devatas become more happy, and they can produce more rains, people become more prosperous, like that both can become happy. But what's happening here on the earth? When King Vena was on the rule, he was king like you. You came here asking for a food grains now, but what did your father do? During the region of your father, there were so many thieves all around. Even your father itself a thief, big thief. He said to the sages who were working for the well-being of the society in general, he told that you don't have to worship the devatas, you don't have to worship Brahma, Vishnu, Shiva. You worship me. I am Brahma, I am Shiva, I am Vishnu, I am devatas, I am Indra, Chandra, Varuna, Vayu. Yajnas are meant to worship me. Whatever food grains you offer, whatever oblations you offer into the fire sacrifice should be offered in my name. But Lord Brahma did not create food grains for that purpose. I could not tolerate that. The sages could not tolerate the words of Vena, they killed Vena. I could not tolerate the words of Vena, I withstood the food grains. So there will be no food grains, no performance of yajna only, in the name of Vena. And since the so many thieves are increasing all over the surface of the earth, everyone becoming thief, a robber, everyone becoming a thief in general. So I stopped all the food grains. When there will be no food, what thievery they will do? No one will do adharmic activities. With that intention, I stopped everything. Kindly understand this. Not protected and respected by the kings like you. In this place filled with thieves, I have devoured all the plants which will give flowers, fruits, and food grains, so that the sacrifice can be performed in the future. If I continue to produce, they will be simply exploited by all the thieves around and your father Vena only. That is not the purpose which is meant for. That is not the desire of Lord Brahma. So like that she is saying. With Vena in mind, she also scolds his son Prthu. She is unprotected because no sacrifices are being performed. And she is not respected because the religion has spread. Neither the king nor the people were willing to perform a sacrifice wherein the oblations are offered to Prithvi and other devatas. Instead, the king said that the sacrifice should be performed on his name, which is the sure shot death for all the devatas and Prithvi also. After that, when Vena died, the place became full of thieves. When Vena was there, Vena himself was a big thief. And after Vena, the entire area became full of thieves. If I had not devoured all the plants, then how I could possess them now? I have done this for the sacrifices that you will start again in the future. I have intentionally hidden all the food grains within my abdomen and I have not brought them to my order. The milk is there, but in the abdomen, not in the order. It is in the invisible form. Therefore, you don't see them manifesting on my surface. All the plants and seeds and etc. They are there within my order. Therefore, following a suitable means, you extract them. Just like the great sages by churning the legs of your father took out the irreligion from your father. By churning the hands of your father, they brought out you and your wife, the religion, dharma personified. Similarly, by employing a suitable means, you extract the food grains which I hid within myself. That was the indication which is given by Mother Earth, who is now in the form of cow. So like that, she is telling here. So Srila Prabhupada in the previous purport, in the current purport, elaborates on this principle. The importance of performing yajna, the importance of practicing bhakti, the importance of offering everything in the service of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then only everyone can become prosperous. If people do over extraction from Mother Earth, over exploitation from Mother Earth, very soon Mother will stop producing food grains. She will hide everything. That is what will happen at the end of Kali Yuga. Eventually, when Kali Yuga progresses, Mother Earth will hide all the food grains within ourselves. There will be no more food production at one point of time. People kill each other for want of food. And some people, out of fear of other such criminals, they will go to mountain, they hide themselves and they practice bhakti there within the mountains, being survived by with whatever limited facilities that are available in the mountains. That is what will happen in the future Kali Yuga. When people forget what they are supposed to do, when they forget doing the needful. Especially the one interesting thing is that agriculture. The Shastra also tells that for our survival, we are supposed to do agriculture. And all of us are going away from agriculture. And very soon we'll experience food shortage if no one takes care of agriculture. So like that. All these things are presented by Srila Prabhupada in a very nice manner in the purport, very nicely. The population has a right to use goods only after offering them to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the process of accepting prasad. Unless one eats prasada, is certainly a thief. It is the duty of governors and kings to punish the thieves and maintain the world nicely. The government itself is taking away the wealth for themselves, then how can they punish others who are doing it? Many times like that. If this is not done, grains will no longer be produced and people will simply starve. Indeed, not only will people be obliged to eat less, but they will kill each other and eat each other's flesh. They are already killing animals and eating animal flesh. Eventually, there will be one day they will kill humans and they will eat human flesh, like the Prabhupada writes. So we should also take care of agriculture for our well-being, for our going back home back to garden. That should be one of the important duty that we perform in our life. Hare Krishna. So we'll stop here with this verse and we will continue what Mother Earth said and what Prthu did in the next week. Hope this is clear what Mother Earth is trying to tell Prthu. The last few verses, they are actually very important verses. Kindly read through again and again.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
thank you
We'll
very
stop
much.
here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय. So we will meet and complete the chapter next Saturday.
Next Sunday class will not be there, na Prabhuji? Radhashtami is there.
Yes. Sunday we may not have class. So Saturday we'll have class. Saturday evening.
Okay.